Hey guys, welcome back to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the accountability accountant. Guys, I told you guys I missed you guys so much. It's been like 2 to 3 weeks since I've seen you guys, but you always have to bear with me, especially since I'm trying to get back into the swing of things and on my live streams and things. Always during tax season, I'm going to be inconsistent. During tax season, I'm going to always be inconsistent because I will never burn myself out or be extra tired just to come live stream. I'm not doing it. I used to do that when I first started building my firm years ago, but now I'm not doing that. I'm not overworking myself. So you guys will catch me when I'm able. Okay. So guys, if you're just coming in or just tuning in, we talked about the most recent unemployment scam from COVID. And so the Department of Justice, the FBI, the IRS, the states are working collective. So don't think your folks that scam for unemployment, they're good to go. No, we don't know what's happening. But all I know from my experience, they're starting from the big wigs and they're coming down. So they're trying to retrieve the max amount of money since they have the max amount of resources right now. And then I pray that they don't come after you guys that have received the lower amounts, like the $5,000, $10,000, but they're coming. They're starting to investigate, they're starting to prosecute and indict people. And so just cross your T's, dot your I's. If you know you didn't do the scam, and your job, you really wasn't working, or your business income was really low, make sure you go and pull your paper trail. Okay. So if your income was really low or you wasn't making any money during that time and you did apply to get the unemployment, then what you want to do is go find your data, your numbers, your financial statements to show, hey, during the 3 months that I received unemployment, my business really wasn't making any money. And so if that's the case, if your business wasn't making any money during the time frame in which you apply for unemployment, then you're good to go. You didn't commit fraud. But some of you actually did. You were making 10 to 15,000 a month from your business online, and then you were also receiving unemployment benefits. But if you know you received the benefits legitimately, just go pull your paper trail, put it to the side, store it just in case they try to come after you for some nonsense. Okay. All right, guys. So what we're about to do, we're about to talk about some of these hot topics. Y'all been popping off lately, and I have not engaged at all during our radio show with any of the hot topics. So we're about to talk about them really quick. Okay, I was about to say. All right, so for first hot topic, let me put my little fair use banner down there now. All right, let's see.
$80,000 on Instagram. Then I create a course on how I make that money, which is super unrelatable and unobtainable, but I tell you that dreams can come true. Finally, you buy the course and I make money. Follow me for more scamming tips and tricks. I make $80,000 on Instagram every month, and let me tell you how. First, I make videos claiming that I make $80,000 on Instagram. Then I create a course on how I make that money, which is super unrelatable and unobtainable, but I tell you that dreams can come true. Finally, you buy the course and I make money. Follow me for more scamming tips and tricks.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all see that? She said she said all she have to do is make money. And this is what the scammers did to you guys. This is what all of y'all goats, y'all gurus and done to y'all. They said, oh yeah, I make $50,000 a month. Let me teach you how to make $50,000 a month. And she showed you guys exactly the scam. All they have to do is say, let's really be honest. If I told y'all how much money I made every month or how much money I make on a yearly basis, all y'all be like, oh, Folasade, tell me how to get into the tax business, Folasade. Folasade, I want to do taxes too, Folasade. That's how y'all be. Y'all, the numbers, the greed starts to linger on your tongue. You're like, ugh, I want that money too, guys. But it's all a scam. Let's really be honest. A lot of these people are selling courses to garner that money. Without the courses, they wouldn't be as successful as they are. And see, this is the thing that bothers me. You have individuals like myself that was already successful prior to coming on to social media. And social media most of us legitimate people, we didn't want to show our lifestyles. We didn't want to show you guys what we spend and what kind of car we drive in our house to make money. That's not ethical. Okay. That's scamming. That's fraud type. So I'm trying to tell you, oh, you'll be able to make as much money as me. How's that possible? You're not me. You can't study as much as me. You may not be able to read as much as me, or you may read more and make more money than me. But y'all failed to pray. Y'all fell for all of those scams during COVID. And I hope that since many of you guys didn't make as much money as you anticipated, you realize that. And this is one lesson that I learned, and I tend to tell a lot of my accounting clients because I do monthly bookkeeping for a lot of small businesses. And it encompasses me coaching them. Like I'm coaching them, building their business acumen and everything. And one thing that I always have to tell them is that you are enough. If you guys pray consistently, God will download on you what your next steps are. You don't need to keep hiring coach after coach after coach. At some point, you have to trust yourself as a business owner to go out there and do it on your own. That's just like you guys that want to invest in the stock market. Some of you have been paying for every stock course and you have not even invested into one stock yet. You have to trust yourself. Do your own reading, do your own research, start small and then build up. But a lot of you guys are quick to pay people for shortcuts when the reality is that a lot of these people that are selling courses, they wouldn't be where they are if they didn't sell a course. They were not successful in their industry without a course. I only purchase from people that are successful outright, that don't have to sell a course. But guess what? In today's society, everybody selling courses and showing a flashy car, and y'all fall right for it. So I'm hoping now you guys will realize that them showboating what they make is irrelevant to your success. All right.
This week. No big deal. It wasn't way higher than that. And now it's going to be okay. Now I got to figure out what I could do with that. Can I save some of that before the next shake so I can build? Probably not. Something always goes up. Oh, inspection needed. Bet. Oh, you got to get 2 tires. Bet. Like, you know what? The car thing.
Sorry, guys. I got to refresh. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Fool you. 7 out of 10 people don't have $1,000 available on everything I love. I'm a part of that 7. And it's ooh. You ever get a check and you know that whole check ain't even going to be yours, really? It's the worst. It's like, okay, I know I got the phone scheduled to come out. I got a payment arranger for this, a payment arranger for that. I'm really getting $400 this week. No big deal. It wasn't way higher than that. And now it's going to be okay. Now I got to figure out what I could do with that. Can I save some of that before the next shake so I can build? Probably not. Something always goes up. Oh, inspection needed. Bet. Oh, you got to get 2 tires. Bet. Like, you know what? The car thing. I don't know why something always pops up with that. Go get oil change. You need a filter. What's up with you? I don't need that right now. Do I? I do. I'll get that next time. I'm lying, but this is my thing. I'm can I please? You ever look at the taxes that your job take out at the end of the year? It looks like a whole nother job. So you telling me I worked for y'all to pay y'all too? No big deal. I'm going to not be a part of this 7 next year. Hopefully, we're going to work on it. But I am a part of this 7 right now. I'm mad at me. I'm not broke. I'm just not up. But I mean, I guess I could be broke-ish. You feel me?
All right, guys. So he said basically 7 out of 10 individuals don't have $1,000 to their name. And you've probably heard on the internet, oh, most people don't have $400 saved and things like that. And guys, it's really true, but it's not anything to really like laugh at. It's actually something that we really need to sit down and ask why. A lot of us have actually gotten stuck, or we haven't, tried to get a promotion. Some of us have never done a household budget. Some of us have never actually looked at where our money is going on a monthly basis. So some of the 7 out of 10 of you that do not have $1,000 in your bank account may not have it because we're constantly spending on things that are unnecessary. One thing that helped me is me being completely comfortable in my own skin. When I was building my company, guys, some of you are new to me, but when I was building my company, right, I couldn't buy nothing. I couldn't buy no bag. I couldn't buy nothing. I couldn't party. I couldn't spend nothing. Like, it was so hard. But it disciplined me to the point where it made me much more responsible financially. It made me much more confident in who I am as a person, because I didn't need clothes to stand out for me, which I never did. But it just seemed like most people still like, oh, you look good, you look good, you look good, or whatever. Or, oh yeah, you got that bag on. They always notice that. But one thing I realized is that many of you can come out of debt or have more than that $1,000 saved, or have at least $1,000 saved if we took a step back from social media. Okay, because it's tempting. Every time you go onto a influencer's page, guess what you see? They're selling something. And guys, you have to also understand something. And I tell my children this: the people you guys see on social, this is our jobs, this is our businesses. And you have to look at us like that. So anytime you see one of your influencers promote, okay, like this, y'all don't ask me why I got a wig band right here, right? That's why y'all be thinking about I'm so ghetto and stuff. I'm not really that ghetto, y'all, for real. All right, so look, I got one of my wig bands from TCC Hair, right? Follow Carissa. They got the best hair over there, right? And so Carissa give us these wig bands without wigs. And so if you're scrolling down social media, you're probably thinking, oh, her glueless wig stays on because that wig is glueless and she got it from this company, when all you probably needed was to get the band so that your wig can be tighter and it can be flatter in the front. But we're buying because we're seeing, we're buying because it looks pretty, guys. I guarantee you, a lot of you are overspending because you have not gotten fully comfortable in your skin, the core of who you are as a human being, and realize that you don't need nothing to showboat. You are enough. God made you guys enough. Okay, you don't have to dress the best, be the cutest. You are your own individual person. Remember, you got your own individual fingerprints. Nobody has them. Okay. The second thing, a lot of you are afraid to look at the money. If you don't make enough, it's best that we know it. So if you know you make $4,000 a month and your expenses are $5,000, you know every month you're going to fall short $1,000. So with that mindset, you can go and do Uber, you can go and do DoorDash, you can go and start braiding hair, you can start a side hustle. Let's say if you're good at sewing, you can start sewing clothes. But if you don't know that you're not making enough money by looking at your total income and what your expenses are, then you have no way to mitigate the issue. So a lot of us in the Black community don't have as much saved, is because number one, we're focused on everybody else, social media, keeping up with the Joneses, confidence, this and that. And then secondly, we're afraid to look at the money. Guys, it hurts only a few times. It hurt a little bit, right? But after you look at it and then you can come up with a solution, it's not going to hurt you anymore. Okay. So number one, get comfortable in your skin. Number two, do a household budget. It doesn't matter if you fall short. At least we know. The last thing that we want is for you guys to be losing your house and you don't know. That's the worst thing. I remember when me and my mom, because if you guys don't know my story, I was evicted 10 times in 12 years. So for every 2 years, we would get evicted. Okay. The good part about it is at least we know when we was going to get evicted, because I was able to plan. I was able to get the U-Haul. I was able to ask my cousins come and help me to move our stuff. I was able to figure out where me and my mother was going to go live at and everything. It allowed me to make some choices and some decisions. But if you guys run off and be afraid to look at the money, you are now setting yourself up for complete failure and setting yourself up to not have a solution to your problem. So let's not run from the money problems. Combat it. Look at it. Let's go to war. It's like, hey, let's go. How much money here? All right, I'm ready to fight to get the extra 1,000. I'm ready to do hair for the extra 1,000. I'm ready to go and now don't be doing no sports betting. I don't recommend none of that stuff. Betting for it, but working for it. Okay. All right. So give me 1 second, guys. Let me go to my next hot topic. And so, guys, we are, and I don't want to go over today either. I want to put these kids down. Last night I had the kids up a little late. My cousin came over. So and they was tired this morning. So today they need to be going to bed on time. All right, so let me share my screen. Guys, remember I'm still getting used to the social media, managing my show on my own. There, and I'm gonna put how much or what is. All right, this one of the posts that I stitched. Okay,
it couldn't get no worse. Watch this one.
How to get high credit card limits. Let's go. So the first thing you want to do is you want to sign up for QuickBooks. Then you want to go ahead and send yourself an invoice. Since I have multiple LLCs, I'm going to send my other LLC an invoice for $2,100, and I'm going to put the limit there, and I'm going to put how much or what it's for there, and then I'm going to send it over. Once I receive the invoice, I will then pay it off with the credit card I want to increase my limits with. It will then deposit into my bank account. Once I get the money in my bank account, I will then pay off the credit card with the same exact money. Once I pay off the credit card, I will do this a couple times, and I will then call my bank and ask them for a credit limit increase because my limits are too low. A bonus is that QuickBooks will also give you funding because it looks like you're making sales on their platform.
Bro, I'm not a finance guru, man. I know what I know, and I know this is considered a circular transaction. It's an artificial transaction between companies in a group or under a single control, the purpose of which is to inflate the turnover of one or more companies. Bro, she is legit committing capital fraud, recording it and posting it on TikTok and telling y'all that she's a financial. Please stop taking advice from these people on the internet, propping themselves up. And that's not to say all of them are doing it, but do not listen to shit like this. You can get 3 to 5 years in federal prison for this as soon as.
All right, guys, like he said, do not be listening to this mess, y'all. Do not be listening to that mess. That lady is 100% committing fraud. It is not a play. It is not a credit play. It is credit fraud, okay? Problem number one with this, you lied to multiple individuals. You lying to the potential creditor, such as QuickBooks. You're lying to yourself, telling yourself as you're making more money. And then you're also trying to manipulate the IRS, guys. The moment that you guys use your personal money, and see, let me be honest, a lot of y'all been doing this for years, and y'all been trying to get away with it and trying to falsify the revenue for y'all businesses by putting money that you paid from your job and depositing into your business account and then claiming it as revenue. You cannot do that. And so she's also doing the same thing. But what she's doing is even worse. She's involving a third-party merchant and also trying to involve the credit system. So the moment that she received that credit card off of this manipulated revenue is fraud. The moment that she charged herself or paid for that service from business to business, then guess what she also do? She triggered a taxable event. If you pay me $5,000 and I process the payment on QuickBooks, then QuickBooks is going to include that $5,000 into my 1099-K. So basically, every time you try to use your personal credit card and pay your business, you're committing fraud as well. Okay, and you're going to have to pay taxes on your own money. Because QuickBooks, what you're going to do, call them and say, hey, I wasn't supposed to make that payment from that card. That was from my personal card. Can you remove it? They're going to say, well, you paid for it on an invoice. Why did you do that? And then we also gave you funding off of your transaction history. So that's not going to fly. So you're going to have to pay taxes on whatever transactions that you actually process through your personal and business. Okay. Hey, Corey. Okay. So Definitely problem number 2. Problem number 3, you receive credit off false pretenses. When businesses look at your revenue cycle, your revenue turnover, the amount of money you're making, the amount of money you make within a certain time period, they're trying to assess your credit worthiness. They're trying to assess how much they think you can afford within a certain time frame and pay it back. So if you do what this lady is recommending you guys to do, you're distorting all of the data and all of the matrix that they use to see whether or not you can afford the loan or the credit card. So guess what? If you default on that credit card, they can sue you. And you falsified federal documents. When you guys commit and sign those credit applications, you're saying this is right, this is accurate, I know what I'm putting down here, and it's true. So the moment you try to get a working line of credit off falsely stated revenue, you've committed multiple frauds. And then the moment that money hits your bank, you've also added wire fraud. You've also added multiple layers of fraud to yourself. So guys, it's not worth it. Do not pay. Stop trying to do things with shortcuts. Stop taking shortcuts. That's all I can say. That's all I can think of. Just stop taking shortcuts. Because the way that this lady is telling you guys to do things is shameful. She's going to get you guys arrested. And just like that guy said, for her to be publicly putting this on TikTok, acting like it's financial advice, it's not. It is fraudulent advice that will get you guys caught up. So number one lesson that we can learn from this is, number one, you cannot use your personal income from your W-2 job to overstate or manipulate the revenue from your businesses. It is fraud. Number 2, the money that you pay yourself for, because she told you guys to pay on an invoice and all that stuff, you're going to have to include that as revenue on your tax return. So now what you did was tax yourself twice. You've been taxed on your W-2 when you guys receive the money from your job, and then you're also going to be taxed because now you told the IRS you made $50,000. You told QuickBooks that you made $50,000 to get that credit card. So now, guess what? Since $25,000 of that was your own personal money, you have to pay taxes on that again. Because they're going to give you a 1099-K that includes that $25,000 that you did for yourself. And yes, you can try to subtract it out. Guess what? I don't think that's going to fly if you were to get audited. See, guys, the tax system is made off the honor system. So a lot of you have gotten the honor system completely misconstrued, thinking that the honor system is your level of honesty. Oh, I don't got to put this on it. Oh, let me manipulate this. No, honesty means honesty. Whatever it is what it is. So with the IRS, you can put on anything on your tax return. They might process it with anything on your tax return. But guess what? If you were to get audited, you have to prove to them that you're eligible to take those credits. You're eligible for the expense deduction. And that's my biggest fear. And a lot of you guys don't understand that when you get audited, if your things look very shady, the IRS can open up your audit to go backwards 3 years. So yeah, you got audited for 2022, right? But because everything looked so shady, guess what? They went and now audited 2021. 2020 and 2019. So be mindful when y'all listen to these shady, I want to say SS, I'm trying not to curse y'all, these shady preparers, right? Or these shady financial advisors, these shady CPAs, they're just lining their pockets, guys. They're not doing this to help y'all. They're not. They're doing this to line up their pockets, point blank, period. And then some of you might say, oh, Folasade, you're doing this to line up your pockets. Guess what? I don't get paid to come on here live stream. The only time I make my money is if you guys call my office, you talk to my assistant, you speak with me, and you sign my contract and you pay your invoice. That's the only way I make my money. I don't get paid by coming up here selling you guys a dream. I'm actually getting tired of y'all being sold dreams. Okay, so don't fall for this scam, guys. And then I have one more thing, one more hot topic that I'm going to show you guys. I did a stitch on this one, but I haven't posted the stitch. Okay, so I'm just going to go to his post that I did the stitch on so you guys can see, and then I'll post my stitch tomorrow. Okay, so just give me 1 second, guys. Well, I do this, but I gotta find it because I gotta. What is his name? Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I got the guy's page up. And a lot of y'all gonna be so mad when y'all see this post because I've been telling you guys for years this. But once the white boy Tyler tell you guys this, you might listen, right? Let's really be honest. Y'all a little bit racist. Y'all black people a little racist. Y'all don't want to listen to me, black girl, thinking I don't know something because I stutter a little bit or I'm not perfect or whatever, guys. So y'all probably don't believe me, right? And you probably never believed me when I told you guys this. So hopefully with the white boy here telling you guys this, you will pay attention, okay? And be like, oh, Folasade, you did tell us. Folasade, you did say this. Why spending so much money on this? Okay, so I think I found it. Okay, got it. I found it. Y'all gonna be so mad when y'all see this. Because y'all swear these gurus telling y'all something. Y'all swear that the real accountants and real attorneys, we don't know what we talk about. We know what we talking about. We're just not willing to sell our soul and tell you guys some false information for you guys to be financially destitute in a couple of years. But guess what? I'm about to bust y'all whole bubble. Remember, y'all kept saying, Folasade, you don't know nothing about trust. You telling us trust is a scam. You telling us that we mishandling our trust. This. Remember, we had the whole conversation. Y'all bashing me. Even somebody posted up under my post yesterday talking about a trust is not a scam and all this stuff. Basically, what I was trying to tell you guys, and I told you guys I've told you guys this for years and years and years, okay? Y'all don't make enough money to be trying to implement these tax strategies. Y'all just been sold by every guru that, oh, this is a tax write-off, this is a tax write-off, that you think everything's a tax write-off. But it takes money to really play this tax game. And y'all about to see it. So let me play the video.
Of dollars from the IRS using my
Hold on, y'all. Let me start it over. Come on now.
To hide millions of dollars from the IRS using my 112 blind trust strategy. No, I'm just kidding. Look, I get the question all the time about, hey, Tyler, can we save money and hide money from the IRS and pay zero taxes using trusts? Yes, there are some structures that allows you to tier different types of trusts, and that's a whole ball of wax, and it's a different specialty. But I just chatted with a buddy of mine who does that and asked him, so what's the break even on when it makes sense to start looking at using high-level trust planning if you're in like a state like California or New York or something? And he said it's about a net worth of $30 million. So if you're over that $30 million net worth, DM me.
Did you hear what he said? Let me replay that for the people in the nosebleeding seats, okay? Let me refresh this. Y'all didn't pay all them people all the money to do them trusts for y'all. Y'all didn't pay because y'all don't like the fact when I tell you guys your trust is taxable. See, y'all was never told that your trust is taxable. Y'all was never told that you have to file a tax return for that trust. You was never told that that trust would get a K-1 that's rolled over. You were never told that if you put your stuff in an irrevocable trust that you can never access those assets. You were never told that you cannot manage assets within the trust the same way that you're managing assets that are outside of a trust. You were told to get a credit card and use that to do this with the trust and do this, and you can't do none of that stuff. Hey, girl. Look, so here's the thing, guys. I told y'all. So for all of you guys that have invested in all them trusts, all of you guys that pay all these coaches to try to tell you guys how to write off everything, I just blew your whole bubble. You don't even make enough money. And I even told you guys from my own personal experience, I said that I don't even make enough money for all of the strategies that y'all trying to implement. I told you guys, I'm just getting me a trust. And I've been in business, my daughter be told, I've been in business for 12 years, making multiple six figures for years. And I'm just getting a trust, just getting investment properties, just getting my feet wet with this stuff. And y'all don't even make six figures and you already buying trust. Your business haven't even made $1 million yet. And you talk about hiding assets from the IRS. Y'all been lied to. And I've been trying to tell you guys this for over 10 years, especially for like the past 4 years. I've been trying to tell you guys this, but you don't want to listen to the black girl. You don't want to listen to me. Because I'm not coming up in here being primped and proper and fake. I'm not doing that no more. I want to be who I am. So if you guys are not comfortable with me knowing all my shit, I know my shit, excuse my vulgarity. If I have to be perfect for you guys, I'm not the accountant for you guys. If I can't be free and stutter and laugh and be funny, I'm not the person for you guys, but I know my stuff. I was telling you guys, don't do these trusts. I've been telling you guys, stop wasting money on S-Corps when your business don't even make $40,000 a year. You guys have been duped these past 3 to 4 years. And you look at me like I don't know what I'm talking about. And I've been in the game over 20-something years. I've been in the game. I've been dealing with high net worth individuals for a lifetime. And a lot of people have basic estates, basic trust that does their job. But y'all want to get multiple trusts. You only have one rental property. You have nothing. I have clients that have over 15-something rental properties that have 2 trusts. And actually, they're pissed off because it cost them so much money to get those trusts set up. And then guess what? Because he didn't consult with me before he did it, he realized that guess what? Oh my gosh, I'm still not going to save money on my taxes. So he didn't waste the money on all of this stuff. And you guys have done the same. And now all you done was added to your expenses because that trust tax return has to be filed. That S-Corp tax return has to be filed. Some of you guys are registering businesses in Delaware because you heard somebody tell you guys to register your business in Delaware and you forgot that you don't live in Delaware and you have to run your business in your state. Nobody told you that you're going to be now a foreign entity in your state and you have to register with your state. So now you have to do the annual Delaware filing. Then you also have to do the annual filing with your state. You also need to register with your state as a foreign entity. So you need to maintain 2 different jurisdictions. Then you may have to file 2 different state corporate tax returns. You may now have to we may have to do adjusting transaction or allocate revenue on your state tax returns, which makes it more complicated. You guys have just set yourselves up to fail. None of you guys have done nothing. Some of y'all have done good. Some of y'all. Pat yourself on the back. But the majority of you guys have not done anything right, but listen to these gurus and put all of this money out there, and now you have nothing to show for it. So I'm going to repeat this again, guys. It takes levels to this game to play the tax game like Trump. And I've been telling you guys this, but y'all been sold a can of candle wax, and y'all mad that I'm not going to sell you guys no bullshit. Or give you any false information to boost up your, I don't know what you guys need. Fake stuff. I don't know what you guys need me to do. I'm not doing it. And so now, thank you, Tyler, my fellow Arte Syndicate member, for putting it out there. So hopefully you guys will listen to the white boy since you didn't listen to me all of these years. Me telling you guys the trust, you don't make enough money for the trust. You don't have enough assets for the trust. You don't need an S-Corp. Entrepreneur Mooney, thank you. She said, I only listen to you. Yes, boo, thank you. But y'all to listen to everybody else. Yes. I'm not going to come up here in no suits. Guys, I've done that. Remember, my dad is an accountant. I've been wearing suits since I was 14. I don't want to do suits no more. I can't wear no cute little, tight jeans with a cute blazer and look cute and be me. And y'all accept that and know I know my stuff instead of sitting there paying all these coaches. Y'all didn't pay all these coaches billions of dollars for absolutely nothing. Your trust were probably set up correctly, but how much did you spend? And then now you don't have the assets to put into the trust. And you were never taught how to manage the trust. All I see is people telling you guys, oh yeah, get a trust and then go and get an EIN for the trust and then get a credit card for the trust. And then you can buy this for the trust. You can't buy no personal expenses on a credit card with no trust. You can't pay for personal expenses on no credit card for the trust. You can't manage the assets in that trust like you own them. You don't own those assets anymore. The trust owns them assets. Oh, make yourself the trustee. Yeah, you can make yourself the trustee, but you still can't breach trust laws. So now, guys, you saw it. He said net worth of $30 million for you guys to play all of those trust games. But y'all didn't want to listen to me. I've been telling you guys for this for years. You don't need a trust. Some of you guys don't even make enough money for your S Corp. I have one client now. Somebody told her to go get an S Corp. And so when I filed her tax, she's like, oh my gosh, I have to pay extra for my tax. I said, yes, nobody didn't tell you. You have to have 2 tax returns when you file. She said, oh no. So she paid me for that. Then guess what? I told her, say, if you want to operate your business in your state, you have to register your business in your state. She was like, what? They're trying to charge me $500 for that. Y'all have not been trained or y'all have not been taught correctly. If you are a Maryland-based business, right? No, let me say this. If you live in Maryland and you provide the services to your clients from your business in Maryland, but your business is registered in Delaware, you cannot operate your business in Maryland without registering it in Maryland as a foreign entity. So let me repeat that. If you live in Maryland and you register your business in Delaware, because that's what everybody done told y'all, but they ain't tell y'all the truth. You go register your business in Delaware. You have to file now for your business to be a foreign entity in Maryland as well. Do you guys understand that? Put 1 in the chat to let me know that you guys understand that. You cannot operate that Delaware business in Maryland without authorization. Registering it and doing your annual filings is how you're able to do business in your state. So are we clear? Can you guys put 1 in the chat if you are sure that you know exactly what I'm referring to? We have to now register your business as a foreign entity in the state in which you provide the services for. So now your little small business that should have just been filed as a Schedule C, you then now went and registered it as an S Corp. So now I have to charge you $700 to do your S Corp return. Then guess what? You have your annual corporate filing for Delaware, that's $400. Then you have your annual filing for Maryland, that's $300. So that's $700 plus my $700 tax fee. So that's $1,400. Take out the $300. That's $1,100 unnecessarily that you have to pay out of pocket. And then your Maryland foreign entity status is determined on your domestic entity status. So if you're not in good standing in the state of Delaware, Maryland can stop you from doing business in Maryland. But no one is telling you guys this. They sold y'all a can of wax without the right guidance. And everything is not a tax write-off. And all of you guys do not need a trust. And all of you guys do not need to have an S Corp. I told you guys, if you're new to me, I told you guys throughout my whole journey, everything. I started my company off as a regular sole proprietor. Didn't even have an LLC. It was Suncrest Insurance Agency. I was selling insurance. I was an insurance broker. I had all my E&O insurance. Let me tell you how I was able to get away with that. Because I had an E&O policy and I had commercial liability insurance that had $1 million policies. So if I were to get sued, I had enough coverage. A lot of you don't need these LLCs as long as you have enough insurance to cover your liability. Somebody's telling you guys to put a property in LLCs. Yes, you can do that, but guess what? For tax purposes, it doesn't change anything. Unless you're an S Corp or something. Somebody's telling you guys put your home into your business name. All this, like, y'all done been so much mess. But the real professionals like myself, if y'all notice, we got a whole different, we don't care. And I think somebody over there said something, that a lot of financial advisors are jealous of us because we're blasting off, because we're popular. Dude, you're popular because you scammed. PSA, public service announcement. You're popular and you're making money is because you scammed. You made illegal posts convincing people of strategies that were illegal. You scammed. Nobody respects that. I don't respect a scammer. I don't respect a person that takes shortcuts. So guys, that's basically all I have for you guys today. And I'm going to play this video one more time before we go so you guys can be very clear. I read a lot and I know a lot. I don't know everything and nobody knows everything. But one thing I do is research everything. And I read everything. And I stay reading. And I learn about complex tax situations. I'm the first person that told you guys how to hire your child. When the tax laws changed, when Trump implemented his tax laws, I sat there and evaluated. And I said, oh my gosh, yeah, he effed us up on this area. Yes, he messed us up on this. Yes, he screwed us up on this. However, if you hire your child, we'll get this benefit. That was in 2016 or something like that. 2017. Nobody wasn't teaching you guys none of that. Then they took my strategy, sold you guys a course, made millions of it, teaching you guys the wrong way. It's one more thing that I wanted to show you guys. And I'm not a financial, I don't sell life insurance or whatever. But let me show you guys this one more time so you guys can be clear. You're not even in the game to be doing all of these tax strategies that y'all been sold. You don't even make enough money.
From the IRS using my 112 blind trust strategy. No, I'm just kidding. Look, I get the question all the time about, hey, Tyler, can we save money and hide money from the IRS and pay zero taxes using trusts? Yes, there are some structures that allows you to tier different types of trusts, and that's a whole ball of wax, and it's a different specialty. But I just chatted with a buddy of mine who does that and asked him, so what's the break even on when it makes sense to start looking at using high-level trust planning if you're in like a state like California or New York or something? And he said, it's about a net worth of $30 million. So if you're over that $30 million net worth, DM me and I'll make the introduction. But if you're not, then let's just not overcomplicate things. I share a lot of other tips on how to lower your taxes, but don't try to get overly creative. Hey, I'm going to show you how to hide millions of dollars from the IRS using my 100.
And that's exactly what those people did. They went and tried to be overly creative, sold you guys some type of false pretense that, oh, the trust is going to help you not pay any taxes, hide your assets, probate court, this and that, and all of this stuff. And some of you guys don't even have $5,000 in your bank account. You should have never gotten that trust. But we live and we learn, guys. And I hope that these last couple of years of this COVID scams and shadiness that you guys have been doing and, enjoying and racking up and, stunting like your daddy and all this stuff, right? I hope you guys have learned a hard lesson. And the lesson is this: if it sounds too good to be true, it is. And everything don't have to be complicated, and everything is not relative to you. Just because I probably tell you guys to register your business as S Corp, if you do this, guess what? That might not be relative to you. Because everybody's situation is different. This is why I never came on here and sold you guys any false pretenses on tax strategies and this, because everybody's tax situation is unique. The same tax strategy that I can tell you that can save you $5,000 might hurt another family. So if I tell you, you go and do insurance through your business, right? It'll help you. If I tell somebody that same strategy, it may not help them because guess what? Their family was on Medicaid, Medicare, or whatever, Medicaid, or their child was getting benefits. So now taking the insurance and paying out of pocket for what when you getting it for free? That's stupid. That's a prime example of tax strategies don't relate to you. Now, when I tell you guys go register as S Corp, I don't tell you guys to go run out and register for S Corp. I tell you guys so you can sit down with me and we assess your situation. But guess what? You can make the 50,000 net. And Folasade, you said between 40 and 60,000 net. I netted 50,000. Should I get an S Corp? For one person, it might be beneficial for them to become an S Corp because that person have high income. That person have no children that they want to put on payroll. So converting over to an S Corp helps them. But converting over to an S Corp, when we can put your child on payroll and save on taxes, and you don't want to keep up with extra paperwork, so you don't want to do an accountable plan, so you just want to do the basic business use of home and take the basic deductions, then that works for you. But someone else that have more high-level thought process might be all into doing accountable plans, reimbursement policies, this, and that. So guys, I just want you all to fully understand that you have been taken advantage of. And while they blocked me, because I was blocked for 3 years, I couldn't do nothing. Y'all didn't see any of my posts for 3 years. I just got unblocked February 2023. It's actually about 1 year anniversary. Thank you. So y'all now are able to see my content. Y'all are now able to get the truth. I'm now able to debunk all of the scams that I'm seeing and what's happening out there. But these last couple of years, y'all was lone rangers out here. And I can tell y'all do not know finances. And y'all do not have business acumen. And you guys refuse to believe me when I tell you guys that bookkeeping, number one, is the only tax strategy that is guaranteed to save you the maximum amount of money. First, because without proper bookkeeping, you're not even calculating all of your expenses. Without proper bookkeeping, you guys are probably overstating your income. Without proper bookkeeping, I can't even see if it's any type of expense that we can be strategic with. Without proper bookkeeping, I can't track your income on a quarterly basis to see whether or not we need to convert to an S Corp or if we need to convert to a corporation. So the first thing that y'all need to be doing, instead of trying to take everybody's tax strategies and pay all these coaches for the useless content and information that they give you guys from ChatGPT, the first thing you guys need to do is sit back and get your paperwork in order with your businesses. Do your finances. Get you a bookkeeper. If you guys don't want to work, we have the basic bookkeeping package. $250 a month. Small money. Y'all spend that money on brunch. $250 a month for me to do basic bookkeeping for you. I'm not your accountant for $250 a month. You won't have me like that. But for $250 a month, I will be your basic bookkeeper. So you guys can see your data, see what your business is doing, know where your business is staying, knowing what products and services working, seeing where you're spending your money, and then can make real business decisions. But a lot of you guys don't even want to do that. So I advise any of you guys, if you don't want to pay for bookkeeping, or if you don't want to do your own bookkeeping, get out of business. You're not made for it. You're not made for business. Remember, accounting is the language of business. If you don't know your business accounting, you don't know where your business stands and you don't know business, okay? So for all of you guys that is popping up because it look good, easy, business is not easy. You've been sold a lie. Business is not easy. There's nothing easy about this, okay? So guys, I wasn't trying to be mean. I wasn't trying to hurt y'all feelings today. It seemed like I was, but I really wasn't. I'm just so tired of the people like myself being overlooked because we refuse to throw y'all bones to get you in trouble. We refuse to give y'all plays that's going to mess you up. We refuse to see you guys be drained financially. We refuse to partake in any of the scams. We get left by the wayside. Y'all tell us we don't know what we're talking about. And y'all fall to the glitz and the glam. I'm not going to ever do that. Y'all will never see my lifestyle. You will never see my money. You will never see my house. You will never see nothing. So if it takes you guys to see what I'm working with for you to trust me, then you're not my client. Because real money is unseen. Real money, you don't talk about money. Real money, you don't pick up a menu and be loud talking about, oh girl, this look affordable. Oh, that ain't real money. Real money be like, oh, yep, I want this. Okay, can I have this, and move on? But y'all used to the fake money, the new money. They flashing, showing y'all Rolexes and all of that stuff. Nobody doing that. I'm not even buying a Rolex to impress y'all. I don't even want it. So the reality is you have to really figure out who you want to be and what you stand for. Do you stand for integrity? Do you stand for honesty? Do you stand for doing things the right way? And dominating, doing the right way. Or you want to take shortcuts, scam your way to it, and then have to start over every 2 years. It all lies in your plate because we are already starting over again. Let's really be honest. The majority of you are starting over. And I'm afraid that a lot of you guys won't have the capital to start over. This was our time. And I'm about to cry because y'all didn't really took. It hurts me to see what y'all about to experience in the next 10 years. Do you know, Black people, we have never been able to get access to loans. And during COVID, God gave us the ability to get all these loans legitimately. And y'all got them loans illegally. The real businesses that needed the loans didn't even get the money or didn't get the maximum amount. So guess what? They didn't have the revenue to, grow and scale and to maintain their businesses. This was really our first time to pop off and build the lives that we dreamed of. Due to COVID, I don't have to ever go back to my office again, which I was setting it up prior to COVID. But with COVID, it gave me the ability to be comfortable being a homemaker, being comfortable being mommy, being comfortable cooking during the daytime and still working and everything. Like it was so many blessings that came out of COVID, but y'all chose to do the wrong thing and scam. I am highly disappointed because we were a community of honest, hardworking individuals, trustworthy. Now we are bottom of the barrel. I'm sorry. Now we are bottom of the barrel. We're not to be trusted. And you can see it from what we did. And then some of you guys went, Folasade, we wasn't the only, Black people wasn't the only people that scammed. But guess what? I'm not worried about other people. What I'm worried about is our community because we're the ones that still have no ownership. We're still the ones complaining. We're still the ones being employed by other races. We're still the only ones that have nothing to show for the last 50 years. It doesn't matter if I become a millionaire if nobody else become a millionaire in our community. Y'all got so caught up in the glitz and the glam that y'all forgot what we stand for. Y'all forgot what a Black person stood for. We were the most intellectual, hardworking, dominant people in the world. And now look, nobody respect us. And it's all because of everybody's collective actions. So instead of using that time as a blessing, thanking God that he blessed us with the ability to enjoy our families again, to build businesses, to get access to funding, all of the things that we were never able to do, we finally get that opportunity. And look what y'all did. Y'all pissed it away. Y'all pissed it away on Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, scamming, trips to Miami, trips to Vegas, Tulum. What are the Tulum? I can't even remember. Tulum. What is it, Tulum? Yeah, Tulum. Y'all done went to Cabo. Y'all done went everywhere but done what y'all was supposed to be doing. I am so utterly disappointed that it hurts me to my core that all of y'all are really starting over again. And some of you guys will never be able to get a loan again in your life. And you got that PP loan and fucked it over. You got the SBA loan and fucked it over. You done done some shady stuff and you still didn't do right with the money. Excuse my vulgarity, but I am so utterly frustrated with the mere fact that God gave us the opportunity to dominate during COVID. He gave us access to loans, family time, everything that we needed in our community to reset. And this is what you guys chose to do. So right now, as a collective, we still don't have shit. And the reason why I'm pissed off is because in 5 years, my team is going to come and cut this video. And I'm going to close out after this. In 5 years, the majority of Black people are going to be unemployed if you guys don't really start supporting Black-owned business and really start executing and starting your own businesses. That DEI, that diversity, equity, inclusion stuff, when they knocked out that affirmative action, that gave white people the grounds to basically kick us out of their businesses. And actually, they don't owe us no reason to employ us. See, a lot of you guys say, we need DEI, we need it. Yes, we needed it to be employed with them because they really didn't want to hire us. So it was our way to get in the door. Now, guess what? DEI is out. Affirmative action is out. And the next 5 years, there's going to be more unemployed Black people out here than you can think of. And the reason being is because y'all refuse to start y'all business. Y'all refuse to execute and build y'all business. And the people that were supposed to be supporting us business owners, y'all don't support us. And guess what? In the next 5 years, y'all going to be looking at us for jobs. And we're not going to have them because you guys didn't support us. And you guys didn't do your part. And I'm frustrated because y'all are just sitting here being reckless and you guys don't even see what's happening. Y'all are clueless right now. Y'all paying attention to everything on social media, all these celebrities. Y'all paying attention to their lifestyles and not paying attention to how we are losing our foundation. They've already cracked the seam. Now the foundation is broken. And now it's about to break as soon as these white people figure out a legal way to get us out of those 6-figure positions or figure out how to replace us. Do you guys hear me? You're probably thinking, this girl is crazy. I'm never crazy. And everything that I've ever told you guys live stream, it has always come true. Everything I've told you guys have come true. I see it in their conversations. I watch their blogs. I watch their videos. I see what they're posting on their social. They want to get you guys out of their jobs. But y'all playing around and don't support Black-owned businesses. And for all of y'all that use TurboTax, shame on you guys. Y'all supposed to be going to go work with a Black tax preparer. Shame on you, all of you guys. And I'm not happy. I wasn't supposed to leave this live stream upset like this. I was so happy before I come here. Now when I think about it, you guys have ruined it. And then you sit there, you gonna complain about the white man or complain about the system. When God just gave us, God broke the system so we can have loans, so we can start businesses, so we can be with our families and rebuild everything. And none of you guys did nothing you were supposed to do. Y'all sitting on social TikTok. What are y'all doing? Guys like what? What? See it again? That's what the fuck y'all was doing TikTok dances and stuff. Like we got time to be doing TikTok dances. We don't got time for that. Y'all foolish. Now guess what? 5 years, almost 90. I'm gonna say this. In 10 years, 90% of Black people will be unemployed. In 5 years, 50% of Black people will be unemployed. Guaranteed. If you don't start your business now, if you don't start supporting Black-owned businesses, we won't have no Black-owned businesses to employ you guys. I'm sorry, Carissa, because it's no more time for games. We've already screwed up. And you know it. You know it. And some of you guys that don't support your own, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. I'm so disappointed in you guys. I feel like I said, I wish I could be on y'all mom or something, because y'all be on point. I'm telling y'all will be on point. Because if you guys don't see the pattern, go look. Y'all say it's Trump. I'm not worried about Trump. I'm worried about the fact that they've already changed the laws. And they're doing it in your face, and you guys are not seeing it. You think it's a joke. Instead of y'all banding together and building businesses, y'all destroying each other. Y'all not doing nothing but hurting each other. And I'm not happy with this. So guys, that's all I have for you guys. I'm so sorry if it feel like I was screaming and yelling at you guys, or being evil or being mad. I get like that sometimes, guys. It's the mere fact that God have blessed me with the ability to see what's coming ahead. Okay? Everything that has happened before COVID happened, I've been preparing you guys for unforeseen circumstances. If you check any of my content prior to COVID, I said, guys, I need to prepare you guys for unforeseen circumstances. Something might happen, guys. So you're going to need your financial statements. You're going to need your tax returns. Unforeseen circumstances. I've been saying, and then guess what? Boom, COVID came. None of y'all was prepared. During COVID, I said, don't do shady stuff on the loan. Don't do this. Don't do this. Boom, y'all still do it. Guess what? They're investigating everybody, changing laws, looking at everybody's tax returns because y'all decided to scam. And now we here. I already said that 2 years ago that they was going to be trying to get us, the white people was going to try to get us out of their jobs. Okay? Now guess what? They already didn't. No longer affirmative action, and now DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. So that means they don't have to hire a black person. You don't have to be the token nigga. They don't have to hire us no more. See, and guess what? Based on my stats, the live stream that I did in July last year, we only employ 102,000 people. How many black people it is in this country? 40 million? And we only employ 100,000 of our own? Let me get my calculator. So if I do 90%, let me get my calculator. Let me see. If I do 50% of, so 20 million people times 50%. So that means over 10 million black people will lose their jobs in the next 5 years that work. Luckily enough, the government may never fire black people because we run the government, but all of the private industries, and private industries are individual businesses like mine. Facebook, private industry. Twitter, private industry. Walmart, private. You understand? Those are what I mean by private. The government, y'all might be fine, but private, done. So this is our time, guys, for us to start really building our businesses, putting our foot on people's necks, dominating and getting our financial houses in order as a community. There's no more time for all that. OnlyFans, BBL, clubbing, fake jets, fake, none of that. Let's just be real, guys. The reality is we're fucked. And then add one more layer to this, guys? The longer it takes for Black America to get it together in America, the longer it would take for the world or Africa to get it together. Most Black countries are relying on us to pull it together, to bring the resources back home, the knowledge, the expertise, the relationships. And we don't even have our house in order here. So guess what? Africa will never be the continent of dominance. And then some of you Black Americans, hey, you're not African, or y'all need to go do your research. Go do your research. I'm not that one to go back and forth with you guys. Every person on this earth is African, okay? We all started it from Africa. Go do your research. Go read. Stop sounding uneducated, okay? But the reality is that Africa and every Black country is waiting for Black America. But Black America is waiting for everybody else. And God gave us everything we needed. But look at you guys. You're killing each other. You're robbing each other, sleep with each other husbands, sleep with each other wives, cheating, fornication, adultery, every type of sin. That's all we're doing is sinning. We're not valuing marriages, family, relationships. We just slutting out right now. That's what y'all done slutting out right now. Reckless. And as someone, I'll be 39 this year, guys. I party when between ages of 17 to before I got married, I partied. When I tell you I partied, me and my girlfriend used to go 3 to 4 spots at a night. Let me tell you guys something. It didn't give me nothing to show for it. Partying didn't give me nothing. Didn't prepare me at all for life. Yes, I'm content. I don't need to go out. I don't need to be party. I don't need to be, right? But that's it. It didn't help me with my bank account. It didn't help me invest. It didn't help me study. It didn't do nothing. Actually, it could have destroyed my whole life. So why am I telling you guys this? A lot of the lifestyle that you guys are chasing is not worth it. I know you guys got to live it. I know you guys got to feel it, right? I know you guys got to have a limelight when you popping bottles to see how I feel, right? To feel like the queen and the king, right? But the reality is you shouldn't need bottles, popping bottles and all of that stuff. Everywhere you walk, you should feel like a king and a queen. The moment you walk into a room, you should command that energy. So you're searching for something externally that is actually internal. Okay? So guys, I can talk, especially when I'm popping off like this. I love you guys absolutely so much. From the bottom of my heart, I love you guys. And the reality is, as your big auntie, okay, we fucked up. We really dropped the bag. And a lot of us should go and repent, ask God for forgiveness, because he gave us so much opportunities in COVID and we pissed them away. And the reality is I'm so afraid, and I was telling one of my team members this, that I don't know if we can even bounce back from this. Because we don't have the people that fought. We don't have the perseverance and the strength and the togetherness that they had back in the day. We're all individualistic right now. So I don't think that as a collective, we will be able to regroup because we have not come together yet. So guys, I love you guys so much, but we have so much work to do. And it all starts with just having those hard conversations, okay? I love you guys, and I'm late. I told you I got to put my babies down. I'm already late. Their bedtime is 8:30, guys. I love you guys so much. I will see. Oh, let me tell you guys, I'm having a guest next week. Look. Oh, guys, so make sure you guys tune into next week's show. Next week, we're going to be talking about curating a space to build wealth. My guest is Goldie Gasper, the founder of NOLA, Black Wall Street, and the Blurred Vision Eyewear. So, guys, you do not want to miss out on next week's show. And then the week after that, I have DeWan Short. She's a Black therapist, guys, and she's going to help us boss women be able to juggle life, mommyhood, businesshood, and having the same mind in place, guys. So definitely you tune into next week and the week after shows. Guys, I will see you guys probably one day this week going live. But if not, I will see you guys next week. I love you guys so much. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to The Money Zone, your source for all of your personal and business financial tips.